As a campfire guitarist, you can kind of get away playing through most songs with just a few basic strumming patterns. They may not be the exact strumming patterns that are in the actual recordings, but they'll get you through most things. So in this video, I wanted to give you 5 essential strumming patterns that will get you through most songs. And the same thing goes here. Think about your strumming technique for your downstrokes, and we'll go over some strumming technique for your upstrokes too. But the first strumming pattern that gets me through so many songs is just a straight 8th note strumming pattern using all downstrokes. So put any chord you want on. I'm going to put a G on and count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And a really good example of a song like this is Yellow. Very simple, but it's very effective, and it does the job. It creates the accompaniment for people to sing along to. Strumming pattern 2 is the exact same as strumming pattern 1, but instead of using all downstrokes, you're going to use alternating down and upstrokes. And that leads me into kind of some technique tips for upstrokes. A lot of people have trouble getting their pick through the strings. It gets kind of caught. There are a couple things you can do to make this a little bit easier for you. Number 1, don't feel like you have to dig a lot of the pick into the strings that can get it caught up. So just enough of the pick to make the string sound out. And then the second thing is I rarely strum through all 6 strings with an upstroke. I usually hit just the top 3 to 5 strings. And that's enough for a strumming pattern to sound really good. So what you can do is take that same 8th note strumming pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and use alternating down and upstrokes. That'll give you a little bit different feel than all downstrokes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it'll also give you a great opportunity to work on your upstroke technique. So if you need to work on your upstrokes before implementing this, go ahead and do that. Just remember the tips. Don't dig too much of the pick into the strings, and you only have to hit really the top 3 to 5 strings, not all 6. All right, this next strumming pattern I am christening as the campfire strumming pattern because it's applicable to so many songs that we want to play on the guitar, like Brown Eyed Girl. A load of CCR songs and lots of others. The strumming pattern is down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. And think about your solid 8th note strumming pattern that we just played, number 2. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And all we're doing is leaving out some ups and downs out of here, out of the stroke, but we're keeping our strumming hand going constantly the entire time so we can keep our rhythm going, so we can keep, you know, the timing and the momentum of the song going too. So we have down, down, up, down, up. So after that first down, leave that first up out. Don't dig into the strings, down. And then you have that same thing again for beat 2, down. So down, down, up on the end of 2, and then leave the down on 3 out, and you just hit up, down, up for and 4 and. I know it's pretty complicated. Don't worry too much about like the counting of it now. Just get the feel for it. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up, and keep your arm going all the time, and just work on leaving out the downs or the ups wherever they fall. So down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Strumming pattern number 4 gets into some 16th note territory, and all we're going to do is use our 8th note strumming pattern that uses all downstrokes as a foundation for this. And I guess you have to know how to count 16th notes to really get this down. So I would count it 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and you really don't even need to worry about this until the last beat, till beat 4 of this strumming pattern, because beats 1, 2, and 3 are just 1 and 2 and 3 and on 4 you have 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So take that as slow as you need to. It doesn't have to be blazing fast. 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. And just loop that over and over again. And a lot of people get intimidated by 16th note strumming patterns because they think they're faster. Just slow it way down and you'll get it. Count out loud if you need to. And the next strumming pattern is also a 16th note strumming pattern, but I consider this like the folk strumming pattern. And really it's only a 1-beat strumming pattern. All it is 1 E and up. So you have a down, down, up. And that's the whole thing. You just do that for every beat of the measure. Just 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1, 2 and a 3 and a 4. Now as you do this, especially with 16th notes, you may be tempted to tense up, but make sure to remember all the technique tips we went over. Really relax. Keep that rotational movement going. Only dig enough of the pick into the strings as you need to make it, produce the volume. You need 1 and a 2 and a 3. You don't have to dig up. You don't have to dig in to all the strings with your upstrokes. Keep that nice loose grip and grab the pick with 2 fingers if you need to hold on to it. All right, it's assignment time. For this video, what I'd like you to do, and this could take, a day, it could take a couple weeks, it doesn't really matter. Just put the practice time in and you'll get there. First thing is to work on your strumming technique, both downstrokes and upstrokes. Think about the strumming technique tips we went through and watch this video as many times as you need to memorize them. And just do this, like you can even just mute the strings and really concentrate on your strumming hand. Once you get that down and refine that a little bit, go through all 5 strumming patterns here and just really get them down to where you can play them without having to think about it much. Even, muting the strings and just focusing on your picking hand will make it a little bit easier too. All right, my question for you for this video is, which hand do you find more challenging? The chording hand or your strumming hand? For me, I would have to say, probably my picking hand I find more challenging. Let me know in the comments below which one is a little bit tougher for you, and I have a challenge for you that goes along with this question. Try to find 10 to 15 minutes extra a day to work on whichever hand is giving you a little more trouble, and at the end of the week, you'll see some good progress.